Good evening and welcome once again to the hardest hitting current affairs show in the history of the hardest hitting current affairs shows ever to hardest hit our TV screens. I'm Dave Collins and this is To Dave, To Right. First up, our fearless, intrepid reporter Stefan once again wears his underpants on the outside to become To Dave, To Right's resident reporting superhero as he uncovers more details of the extraordinary lengths the crime bosses of the Melbourne underworld will go to in order to make a buck out of the booming black market in stolen toilet cistines. Stefan reporting there with a story on the underhanded dealings, crime and corruption in the black market world of toilet systems in Melbourne's eastern suburbs. Unfortunately, as you may have noticed, that report had to be cut short due to the cowards who attacked and tried to silence Stefan by assaulting him with, well, I think you saw what these cowards did to Stefan as he was attempting to uncover the truth and bring it to you all in his latest instalment in a series of reports entitled Under Kenny. Back with Stefan live in the studio after this short break. Welcome back aboard the To Dave, To Right current affairs juggernaut. I've been joined by our fearless reporter, Stefan. Besides checking in on Stefan's health after his run-in with the Melbourne crime lords, Stefan will once again tell us in his own unique way what is right and wrong in the world of current affairs with his take on the week that was. Now, firstly, Stefan, in response to the one call we had from a concerned viewer inquiring about your health, actually, which reminds me, a big cheerio to Stefan's mum. Thanks for watching. How are you after the traumatic toilet experience?
I'm somewhat still in recovery. It was rather traumatic, but I should be fine as of tomorrow night.
Yeah, why tomorrow night? Why is it going to take that long for the recovery? Because looking at that footage, Stefan, it was obviously a traumatic time for you, as we keep mentioning that word traumatic.
In answer to that second question, yes, it was traumatic. In answer to your first question, I really don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Stefan. Sounds very traumatic indeed. Now on to this week's major stories, and as per usual, there'll be no holding back with our opinionated reporter, Stefan. The stock market, the US government bailout plan, which has, at this point, been rejected. People in the US losing their houses, left, right and centre. It's getting that bad. Stefan, I need to ask you, if the bailout plan is finally approved by Congress, should there be a bailout plan for the bailout plan just in case the bailout plan doesn't bail out as predicted? It is a possibility in these uncertain times, isn't it, Stefan?
It is indeed. It is indeed. The bailout plan, as you've put it, I think that would involve President Bush leaving office.
Yep, which he's doing in November, I think.
So it's pretty much all set that the bailout plan is pretty much in effect with the final bailout plan.
Okay, great the way you explained it there. I got a bit confused myself, but now it's all been cleared up. Well, how do you think Barack Obama or John McCain would handle this situation?
Probably with one glove on and one glove off, much like Michael Jackson.
Again, you've cleared it up for us all in a world of confusion, Stefan. It's sort of straight down the line with yourself. Now to the week in sport. Hawthorn are the 2008 AFL premiers. Who cares? On to rugby league. The Melbourne Storm. Are they just a pack of whinging Tasmanians who've moved a little bit up north and had a head removed? Or are they justified in their complaints about Cameron Smith's suspension for his chicken and chips upsize at thanks with a large Coke grapple tackle on Brisbane's Sam Thaiday? Stefan, what do you think of the whole Melbourne Storm Cameron Smith fiasco?
It's a pretty big fiasco. I think when you drink too much Coke, you end up with caffeine addiction and hyperactivity. So I think I can understand why there was a lot of fiasco activities or incidences after the fiasco.
Great point once again, Stefan. How traumatic do you think this period would be for Cameron Smith? With the grapple tackle, why pick on Cameron Smith now? Do you think it's a conspiracy against Melbourne, against Victorians? I mean, they've got enough to worry about. They live in Melbourne.
That's true, and the weather's always bad down there. It's always raining. The only place you can hang out are cafes, or the occasional, dark alley drinking alcohol with other people.
Yeah, enough about your private life, Stefan. When can we expect to see your next instalment chasing these crooks, these scumbags down who are stealing the toilet cisterns down there in Melbourne's eastern suburbs?
Well, I plan to cruise along to Coogee first to see what the Bra Boys think.
Yep.
And then I might bring a few of them down and see what we can do down in Melbourne to get even with those people. Is that how I answered the question?
Okay, sounds good to me. Stefan in a bra chasing underworld criminals in Victoria. Stay tuned for that one, viewers. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks again, Stefan.
Thank you very much.
Once again, he's the superhero when it comes to telling us how it is in the week that was. See you next time. Good evening.